just under 34 miles then of racing action ahead of us here at Le Mans. Lights go out, we're underway in the sprint race, and of course Jack Miller's made a super start from the second row of the grid. Already he's past Márquez. Márquez a little wobble actually as he heads up towards turn one. It's going to be Bagnaia who leads. Miller took the inside line down into two. Martin's going a mile around the outside. Oh, and Martin, that was beautiful around the outside to take second.
I mean, it was a major risk to do that, and he ended up sort of blocking everybody as he came back into two, but it's been effective, very effective.
And look at Marc Márquez hanging in on the outside of Luca Marini. He's being rubbed by Marini. His tyre on the inside, the hand went up from Marini. There's contact between them in there. I suppose if we're talking about contact there definitely was, I'm sure.
Yeah, it took 7 corners before we saw Márquez's first contact. Does he have to drop a place now? Who knows?
But was it him? Was it Marini? I don't know in this kind of situation. Brad Binder's on the move, Neil, sorry. He's just got past Márquez into 6th.
Yeah, whose fault was it? It's called racing. It's why we watch. It's what we enjoy. It's why everyone's tuning in now. It's why this place is an absolute sellout, and it has been since Thursday. We want proper racing.
And it's why the sprint has got this Le Mans circuit buzzing. As we go across the line for the first time, Bagnaia leads under pressure now from Jorge Martin, but we've already seen so much action on that first lap.
Yeah, Martin looks strong, doesn't he? Really confident. We know he's good at a one lap when it comes to qualifying. Yes, he's good in the races as well, but he's looking as strong as I've seen him all season, to be honest.
Big winners off the start, Morbidelli and Binder up 5 and up 4 respectively. Big losers, Vinales back 5, Fernandez back 6th, unfortunately. He's had a great weekend as Augusto, but hasn't quite got to grips with the start.
Oh, it's Miller!
Jack Miller's crashed out of the race at Museum Corner.
I can't believe it.
We could just see it out the corner of our eye, and Miller's crashed out. Here comes Binder. There's going to be contact in there at Garage Fair.
I mean, that's a firm move. That's a block pass. They are the passes that we normally enjoy and talk about after the race. That's a firm, aggressive pass according to the rules.
This is Miller's crash from 3rd. Just a little bit of a tighter line as he tipped it into Museum Corner and folds right in the middle of the corner. Here comes Martin at the front of the race, really fires it on the inside of Pecco Bagnaia, goes through cleanly. Will he have the exit speed that he needs to stay in front at La Chapelle? He does. Jorge Martin takes over the lead. That got tight between Bagnaia and Márquez. Márquez really there as Bagnaia just hopped on the brakes, just found the big red Ducati right in his face. The 8-time world champion, ahead of a 2-time world champion. Ahead of us is the 2-time world champion. Here comes Márquez up into the Dunlop chicane. Whoa, Bagnaia just lays the bike back in front of Márquez. And look at this from Brad Binder. Going to take full advantage as those two do battle. Binder pounces. Oh, he sensed blood there and he went for the jugular.
And Luca Marini sat back watching this. It's quite entertaining for him as these three go at it. But whilst all this is happening at the front, Jorge Martin is 1.3 seconds in front now.
Right, so it's up to Binder to close them down as Márquez is desperate to get through on Bagnaia, isn't he? He's carrying as much corner speed as he can.
Yeah, he doesn't look comfortable at all, doesn't Bagnaia? Looks like he's got no side grip. I don't know what's going on there with that Ducati. In the middle of the corners, he's no speed at all.
It's almost like he was saying yesterday, from one tyre to the next, where it didn't even matter which one it was. It just never felt consistent on the bike. He said when it was good, it was really good, but unfortunately, when they switched tyres, it went away from him.
Yeah, and as you can see now, look, Binder is checking out. Binder's pulling away comfortably from Francesco Bagnaia.
Well, who'd have thought this? Bagnaia, the roadblock at the moment, and Márquez, actually, pretty fair move, wasn't it, up towards the chicane, but you have to give credit to Bagnaia for fighting back.
Toughed it out.
But in doing so...
Cost everybody time, didn't it? It was one of those reasons why we've seen slower sprint races than the actual main races over that distance of laps. Everyone's so super aggressive with each other. Say, Mark got a good exit then.
He did on this occasion.
And then the Ducati power pulls a little bit, but Mark's close enough. He's close enough. Well, yeah, here we go. Oh no, he goes defensive. Yeah, he is close enough.
He left it a little bit later this time, didn't he, Márquez? Oh, is there going to be contact again? Oh, wow, that one got tight. It's so hard to tell from that camera angle where they were on the racetrack, but Marini also came through.
It's hard to tell on that camera angle. No, you were right first time, Gav. That was ridiculously tight. And the man who would have lost out there would have been Bagnaia, because it'd have been the front wheel to back wheel. It'd have flicked him over the top, and that'd have been a nasty little crash. Thankfully, that didn't happen.
And that's all coming, isn't it? For you see the line being laid down by Marc Márquez. He ran it a little bit wide through Museum Corner. But you could see from Márquez, he was just so desperate to get through, and Bagnaia fights back now at Marini. It could well be a possibility of sixth for Quartararo if he keeps plugging away as Folger has crashed out. Here comes Bagnaia in the blue S's. Oh, and Márquez again closes the door on the Italian. This is a scrap for the ages, isn't it? This goes back, was it Aragon a couple of years ago?
Exactly. That's what it feels like that. But this time it's the other way around, with Marc sort of in the front and Bagnaia pulling the moves. Here he goes. Scary, 200 miles an hour into turn one, up the inside.
Now he'll run the bike to the outside of the racetrack and will block the way for Marc Márquez to come through.
He's done that very well, actually. Yeah. He's positioned the bike so well to make it impossible for Marc to get his bike past.
Down towards La Chapelle corner, 3.5 laps to go from Jorge Martin, leading by nearly 2 seconds from Binder. Binder 2 seconds clear of this scrap for third place between Bagnaia and Márquez, and it looks as though now this is where Bagnaia, the drive he gets out of La Chapelle.
I mean, look at the distance there, Gav. It's 10 bike lengths every time.
Yeah, it is for Marc Márquez. There's nothing that he can do now that he's behind, other than he will chip away here, chip away the next corner, and try and bring it back, and maybe have a go up towards the chicane on the next occasion.
Oh, Fabio's down!
Shimano Bub, and unfortunately Quartararo's race comes to a sorry end in front of a dejected home crowd, and you just know Fabio's going to come back and say, I'm doing everything I can, I'm having to go beyond the limits of this bike.
And that's exactly what he's doing.
A bit similar to Márquez's crash in qualifying, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Qualifying, sorry, in practice yesterday. It was like a mini qualifying, as Luca Marini now lines up Marc Márquez up towards the chicane. Another good ride this from Luca Marini, sits sixth in the championship, had a podium already in the main race in the Grand Prix of Americas, and of course third place in Argentina on the Saturday. 1 lap remaining then when they cross the finish line here in the sprint race at the French Grand Prix.
Close up really with you've got Marini set a fast lap there. Look, they've closed in a little bit on Binder, these three.
The gap to Binder. Bagnaia is the one who's motoring. The gap between Bagnaia and Binder stands at 0.8. It's going to be too little too late, you'd feel, unless Binder makes a mistake. But as we go on board with Johan Zarco, we did briefly anyway, back on with his shoulder cam. Great shots of what it's like to be in a sprint race in front of your home crowd. That's a bit wide. That's very wide. And he might be able to bring it back round. He is able to, thankfully.
Yeah, that's his attack over with. Yeah. That's his. He's going to now settle for that position. The front of the bike and the rear's pivoting round.
Oh my goodness me. I mean, having seen people crash through Museum Corner so many times this weekend, I thought that had to be a goner for Marc Márquez, but he is flirting with the limits on that Honda. It's a great performance into 5th place from him, but he'll be disappointed. Oh, maybe he won't. Maybe he will go back and say, actually, something to build on.
And it is. That's the reality of it. But now for him, he needs to bring it home. You don't want to now just throw it down the road, but no one's told him that yet, because there's still 3 corners to go, and he might have half a chance into the last corner with Marini.
Jorge Martin,
he's not close enough.
Looks set to take victory. He has competed, Jorge Martin, 7 times in Grand Prix racing across the classes at Le Mans, and has never scored any points. Here he comes. He's about to win the sprint race. Jorge Martin wins in Le Mans in the sprint. Brad Binder takes second, with Pecco Bagnaia sealing 3rd place and will extend his championship lead. Luca Marini is 4th ahead of Marc Márquez, with Johan Zarco safely home, thank goodness, in 6th from Marco Bezzecchi. Espargaro Viñales 8th and 9th, rounding out the point scoring positions, with Nakagami just missing out. But actually, Jorge Martin, how many people saw that coming? We saw that he had pace yesterday, but the KTMs had more pace. Bagnaia looked like he found something earlier today.
Yeah, Bezzecchi had fantastic pace yesterday. He was by far the best Ducati rider. Like I said, we didn't talk about Jorge Martin. We expect him to qualify well, which he did, but then to back it up like that, he just looked stunning.